All right. Oh, we have maps. Welcome into the stream, everybody. UT Chattanooga taking on Full Sail Armada to kick off the College Call of Duty playoffs. My name is Quinn, better known as Colorblind, joined as always by the magnificent Matt Man in the booth. Matt, how we doing today, man?
Oh, brother, you know what time it is. CCL regional playoffs getting right into winners round one action. And look at this. We've even got our map set coming up here. Protocol Hardpoint, Hacienda Search and Destroy, Protocol Control once again. And if we get there, a double dose of red card, which I know you've got to be excited to see.
Hey, love to see red card around in the year of our Lord 2025, let alone April in the year of our Lord 2025. Big shout out to UT, by the way, for letting us hop on the cast, giving us an opportunity to get our feet wet with UT Chattanooga's POV here. But on the other side of the coin, the Full Sail Armada, and Matt, I'd be lying if I was not a little bit biased towards that end of things. A former Full Sail student myself, but I'm going to put that bias to the side here. Maybe have a little bit of a rivalry match as well. We'll get things moving in. It's going to be a fun one here today, kicking things off with Protocol Hardpoint in a matter of moments.
And like you said, a little bit of a rivalry match, maybe not between the schools as themselves, but between you and I personally, a little bit of the home connections for me with UT
Don't get me wrong, I love the UT boys.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, obviously you coming from the Full Sail Armada yourself, once going there and having a great time, of course. Both great schools, but coming into this one, obviously you have to feel like UT Chattanooga a little bit of an edge. Obviously, the higher seed coming into this match. We've seen what Full Sail has done throughout this season. UT Chattanooga, they've kind of steadily been inside of that top 25 for the CCL and looking to make good on it here in playoff time.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Again, it's kind of David versus Goliath here. UT Chattanooga, I mean, this roster is unbelievable. Shinobi and the boys have done a lot, not just within the CCL, but they've done a lot even at regional lands. They've been able to get a lot going in their favor. For the Full Sail side of things, I mean, you talk about a school, right, where you have 20 months for a bachelor's degree. There's going to be a lot of turnover, there's mid-season turnover all the time. It's just inherent to the school. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Full Sail can do up against a Goliath like UT as well, rated in the top 25 of the nation. Matt, let's kick it up.
And speaking of Shinobi, gets that first blood, immediately traded back out as this first hill pops. UT Chattanooga in for a little bit of time, but immediately kills start going awry, things start going crazy, and nothing is less than you'd expect on a Protocol Hardpoint.
Mixie early on. It's exactly what you're looking for here early. UT Chattanooga on the good side of the map and also getting some time going their way. 30 seconds already passed on this P1 hill. Full Sail trying to find a lane on in, but Red Chase just saying absolutely not. Three-piece on the board. Yokai's going to shut it down as well from the front side. It's going to be UT with some good time on the board to kick us off.
And I mean, you're sending Full Sail all the way back across that P2 side, perfectly set up for P2. I mean, UT Chattanooga doing everything right here so far and so early on. Personally, Armada, a couple of kills do go their way in the feed, trying to wake their way around for that P2 side. Honesty, the first one here, and he's going to have to be the one that hails with a lot of pressure.
First line of offense, first line of defense on the other side of the coin. Yokai who rounds the corner, takes him out of the play very quickly. It's just going to be full map control for the side of UT Chattanooga. And as you said, Full Sail Armada kind of just backed up into their own zone here, trying to find their way out from blue. First line of offense now going to be Lil Dill as they try and recollect themselves on this P2 hardpoint.
Lil Dill with one, Lil Dill with two, and he's able to open things up. And a first little light and a dark tunnel here for Full Sail, but Shinobi looking to end it right there, but only good for one. And it'll be some good time here for Full Sail, but again, Yokai lurking around the outsides of this play.
Fighting strong. Can they hold their own is the question, though. Yokai's going to fall. Red Chase, next man up, will be able to collect a kill, though. Nonetheless, a little bit of contention on the hill will be found. UT Chattanooga with a clean break on in. Still a lot of good time, especially in the early measures of this map when you take it all into account. You're talking about the rotation here now. Full Sail Armada, they're going to be reared and ready to go. Shinobi, though, works his way into the back lines. Yokai up top. Does Full Sail get the read on this, Matt?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're going to read into Shinobi's positioning here. They go to check for him, but no one's really able to spot him through. Yokai is going to do the dirty work for two. Shinobi through the back does get sat down. The 3-for-1 trade, and it will allow for Full Sail Armada to keep these close side spawns. Quick free hit right back in.
Oh, but they're just getting beamed every single step of the way. Knocked down like bowling pins, and the bowling balls are in the hands of Chattanooga as they just find every single kill. Lil Dill still, though, he's not going to go away without a fight, trying to activate his way on forward. Cursa as well into the hill. Full Sail Armada, they will go, but into the irons of UT Chattanooga as Shinobi puts a man on skate, shutting things down. But when you need him most, Cursa on the 6th spree is going to appear, gives a little bit of stronghold here for Full Sail.
But Corona for round through the back will be able to find one. Still 18 seconds to scrap, but it's an early rotation for Full Sail, trying to get on down to that P4 side, and that's the name of the game here on this protocol. If they can lock this hill in, get there some really good time. But Kersaw's throwing down field packs. I think he meant to throw a trophy.
Yeah, they'll have the trophy impacted, and it's not necessarily going to be a major impact. A 2-for-1 trade will swing the way of Full Sail Armada, but UT, they are all around the back cave right now. They're handing out some good punches. It's just Full Sail falling to their knees at every single step of the way. So UT in for some time once again.
And it's just the gunny differential right now. You've got Corona standing on top of brick computers right now. Lil Dill goes down, and it's just a barrage of kills once again for Chattanooga. You're not able to make your way in. 3 down and again in the feed as UT, I mean, they have just completely opened up this map, taken full control here. You look up at the scoreboard, Quinn, 112 to 31. Maybe a re-break back in, but Yokai might have the kills to go, but the Pistols not going to get it done. And Full Sail, the 3-piece in the feed, and they'll lock down some time in the back cave.
Cursa, typically the MVP of this squad. You gotta watch out for him. He was starting off a little slow, but he has recollected himself and puts the team on his back to get back into this P4 for a little bit of scrap. UT Chattanooga, they're still trying to apply a little bit of pressure here, but more focused over towards that P1 rotation. Last hit is in. Full Sail able to bat it down. So hold on, wait a minute. You know how difficult this matchup is going to be, but just a 50-point differential. UT Chattanooga, though, they're going to have that rotation over towards P1, looking to bat Full Sail down.
Corona not expecting that much pressure towards the top side. Another 2-for-1 trade. I mean, Armada's right now taking over here on the P1 side. Shinobi getting one with the pistol, but it won't be enough as UT Chattanooga, they have to relinquish control of this hill. Full Sail, much needed time being put on the board right now, Quinn.
Full Sail fighting. Trying to find the lane on in, but it's Cursa once again. 2-piece on the board. Lil Dill with the third to collect it. Shinobi still has an opportunity to contend his way on in, but Lil Dill puts him in the blender. Now for UT Chattanooga, you're just trying to find a lane potentially on into this hill. Not a whole lot being presented unless you can get the gunny to go, which they absolutely will. Wipes the feed blue. Now for UT Chattanooga, you have to find a way to push out these spawns.
Yokai trying to do that through the back side. Full Sail Armada, though, doing a very, very good job right now here, Quinn. It's exactly what we wanted to see from him. Not getting a lot of time throughout these first couple of hills. You're not getting that really rotation that you want to see over towards P2, and this is just another moment where if UTC can lock in a full 60, they could potentially put the dagger in this game.
A very sluggish rotation over towards the P2 side from both squads. Corona's going to be the lone player over towards that side of the map, and he will be put down by Honesty, who's going to find a couple of kills for the Full Sail Armada. Still feeling the presence from UT Chattanooga, but Full Sail continues to paint the Pede orange once again. Got a player coming up that ladder looking to bat him down as Gengar, first line of defense, standing tall.
And Lil Dill finds one around though towards the outside. A 2-for-1 trade. 3-for-1 now from Lil Dill. Now 1 man left standing. Yokai be able to find 1 and 2. Breaks open the hill. Saves UT. And now for this P2, it's still going to get a little mixy here. It's Full Sail jumping right back in for the time. But it's gunfights going either which way.
Yeah, they just don't have the map control. UT Chattanooga has worked the outskirts of this hill so well. But Full Sail with the brute force, once again, just winning the trade battles at this stage of the map. They're able to cut their way on in for a little bit of time, but now Cursa, the solo man, over towards P3. This could be where things start to break back ever so slightly in favor of Chattanooga, as they're going to have the lockdown hill, and the translation over towards P4, as we do know, is massive.
Absolutely, and Full Sail Armada just has to find a way to break through. Lil Dill able to find 2 early on into this hill. 2 men standing, Corona and Yokai able to find 2 of themselves. Gengar from the top, not going to be able to do much, but again, the damage is here. The kills are not, as the trophy comes through for Yokai, and now for UTC can continue just soaking up this B4.
Divine Intervention is going to make the Full Sail Armada's job that much harder, trying to cut your way now through mid, and Shinobi with the perfect read to get that top lane centered. It's going to find the kills down there. Nearly a full 60, looking like it's going to go the way of Full Sail, or excuse me, of UT Chattanooga. Full Sail now trying to start the rotation over towards the P4 side. You'll find that player down in the back cave. Over towards the upskirts, it's just UT absolutely beaming, Matt.
And I mean, Shinobi just with that top blue presence there just continuously locks down that hill. And now the fight for new. It's on, but it's not great for the Full Sail boys. 2 down already. Nade stuns and everything being thrown at them. And UTC, once again, fully rotated and fully locked in. You only have 2 players inside of the hill, but it's going to be Corona that does the dirty work from the outside, cutting off those rotations.
3-for-1 trade and Full Sail just getting beat down at the seams. Cursa, the last man standing, just waiting for those reinforcements to come on in. And UT, with the buffer that they've created for themselves, can play all of this hill real time, let him collect a couple of seconds, and then collapse on in at the perfect time. That's exactly what they do, picking up the kills on the outskirts of the play as well. First line of offense on into the back cave is going to be a solo play out of Odyssey, getting beamed to smithereens. Red Chase lines up two. Cursa will be able to save the tail, but it's going to be a tall task up ahead for Full Sail if they want to get back into this match.
Oh, you're going right into the irons of Yokai, and they light it up for 3 once again. UT Chattanooga, you're not going to be able to win it here. It has to go at least one more rotation, but Yokai is absolutely putting them in a blender, finally taken down. But you talk about the damage being done here, Quinn. Over 100-point margin of a lead. Full Sail has the early rotations on to P1, but it feels like an inevitability at this point for UTC.
It's just UTC has reached the point where they just become dangerous. They flip the switch. They make us kind of right the wrongs of saying, hey, this game was contentual in the middle portion of it. Now just need 3 points on the board. Full Sail, though, they're finding a couple of kills towards the middle portion of the map. This is exactly where Shinobi's looking to get active. Try and cut their way on for the final couple of seconds here, Matt.
Okay, Corona around through the outside. That should be the 3 kills they need. One more up, but he's not going to be able to touch UTC. An easy map 1 victories. They completely dominate every facet of the game. And Quinn, I love what you mentioned there. You talked about it, really kind of making us feel a little bit eat our words. We were saying, okay, Full Sail is showing a little bit of life. They're starting to come back a little bit here. And then UTC said, okay, this game's over.
Yeah, and again, it's just exactly what UTC is known for doing, right? Maybe they'll play you a little bit close, let you think you have a lane into the series, but the moment that they click on all cylinders, it's just about as over as the U.S. economy right now. We're moving on into the next map, though. It's going to be S&D on the board. UT Chattanooga, I mean, they are looking real good to kick off their playoff run here in the CCL. Hey, I mean, they're looking good on those cams, too. Beautiful setups we have there at UTC.
I mean, look, we got Shinobi doing the hoop cam, showing us a lot of the forehead. We got Yokai with the shiesty on right now, the young gun Corona, and of course, big Unk Red Chase here. So, I mean, look, we got the boys. They're locked, cocked, ready to rock. And UT Chattanooga obviously proving that in map number 1. But, heading into this S&D here, Quinn, we're going to take a little bit of a slowdown, and we're going to hope that Full Sail can kind of take advantage of that. Maybe right the wrongs a little bit there of the respawn, try to get back into this series. But Yul and I love to talk about win conditions. We love to use the analogy of the window being open or closed. It does feel like there really wasn't a lot of space here for Full Sail Armada coming into the series. It feels like everything relies on this map right now.
Absolutely, and this is not a map that you want to be playing. The UTC team, we know them for their S&D. These boys, when they get to play the fundamental game, they absolutely show up in every single step of the way. So Full Sail looking for a lane here, in a lane that might not necessarily present itself, especially on a Hacienda search and destroy, where it just feels like players, especially your subs, can just go out there and get lost, just catch Full Sail Armada lacking in every step. It's dicey territory, but again, it's a little bit of a mismatch on the cards here. Number 8 seed playing the number 25 seed within the Southeast Division. So UT on paper, obviously coming into this with the edge. If Full Sail can potentially carve their way back into this, though, hey, as a Full Sail guy, I would love to see us go to a map 4.
Hey, at least getting it to that second hard point, getting a little bit more respectable. But again, you talked about it. We know UTC for their S&D. It's their best game mode. Obviously, we know these guys kind of tried and true. We talk with them a lot outside of the game. We know a lot of their specialties. Hacienda Search and Destroy feels like everything here for Full Sail Armada. You head into another respawn against these guys. Obviously, the gunny has already been presentable as an issue throughout the first respawn. Doesn't look like things get any better for you there. But heading into it, Hacienda Search and Destroy gotta be where we see Full Sail Armada perhaps show a little bit of life.
Absolutely, and you talk about it. I love that you bring up the gunny. You have to see a player like Cursa start off quick. You saw him start to collect his game in the middle portion of the map, and then it started to kind of slide away. But when you talk about the beginning, I think he was like 2 and 8. This is the player that really is the standout guy on the side of the Full Sail Armada, and when he does get active, things can start happening for the squad. When he starts off a little bit slow, as does the rest of the team, it's not necessarily going to spell a good story for Full Sail. So you're looking for Cursa to start off early. On the side of UT, you're just looking for them to continue to do what they do and what they've done all season. Again, this is a team that we're expecting to see very late within this bracket, and a team that is very well known within the landscape of the CCL, obviously being 18th overall. So they've been doing some dirty work here.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it even before we got into the cast, Quinn. I mean, this is a UTC team that has been ranked inside of the top 25 for almost the entirety of this CCL season. I mean, they've gotten as high as, I believe, 12th at one point. Haven't really crocked into that top 10, but again, never really being underside that top 20. And now as we head in to Hacienda S&D, great map, Quinn. I'm loving to see this. You know, if we do head to a map 5, all onto a red card. That would, you know, that a wild one to end your series on here. But again, full hopes out of me seeing Full Sail go to a map 5.
The only time you'll ever say yippee red card in any respect. Here we go. First round on the board. UT bomb in their court. Just the full middle assault here. Why not? That's why not. Honesty's going to strike first. But they're playing kind of the round the world strategy, and Full Sail might not be ready for this, Matt.
Around the world.
Around the world.
They're flying all out of it. Thanks next to it on the first. Evens things up into the 3v3. Bomb's still in hand here, but it will be Yokai that drops next. So Full Sail Armada does have the man advantage. Red Chase tagged up, makes his way on out. Corona off screen, evens things up again.
The 2v2 we will go, and you just have UT spread out across the map. They have the Halo invisibility cloak equipped and ready to go. Lil Dill with a little pop around the corner is going to see one, but it's just going to be tags for now. Perfect play out of Corona to get the exchange, but Gengar equally so. Now into the 1v1, Full Sail. And Gengar striking first early here on Hacienda S&D.
That's the perfect round to kind of bounce back off a tough map 1. Obviously, we talked about it, taking that slowdown into your favor. It didn't look good at the beginning. UTC, though, you do have to question a little bit there, kind of testing out the waters of this Hacienda. The full chow up mid. Shinobi kind of gets blooded there first off the rip, kind of just leaving you in this trade battle of constantly being a man down. Obviously, though, Gengar, big 1v1, able to win it here, and Full Sail, a little bit of life here in map 2, but Quinn, I'm a little bit nervous because the last time that we said that, I believe UT went on like a 150 to 12 hardpoint run, so I'm a little nervous.
It might be a little bit of caster curse going on there, but we'll see what the Full Sail boys got laid in store. Looks like a B hit early on here. First line of defense over there will be Corona. So trying to take that middle portion of the map in their control, but UT with the reads, with the stuns coming through, they get all the information that they could possibly ask for. Honesty with the first blood being taken out of the play. Corona standing tall over towards the rock side, not letting any presence be made.
I will get sat down by Cursa, who had now a trade from Corona. So you still are a man down as Red Chase is able to even that up for UTC, and now puts Cursa all on his own inside of the 1v3. He does have the bomb in hand, Quinn, but again, kind of going towards this Lambo side, and what he doesn't know is this B site fully on lockdown.
Yeah, we've said it though. Cursa, the X factor of this squad. If anybody can do it, it is him. 1-1 to start things off, but the double chow is through, and it's just too tall a task over towards the rock side of the map as UTC. Even score line here, 1-1 apiece. See what they do on the attacker side. Maybe another round the world strategy, spin the wheel a couple more times.
And I mean, that's just something that UTC does so well right there. I mean, you see the shoulder thrown out for Rock, obviously kind of gives Cursa the early feeling of, okay, I have to be ready for this chow. Rock, Shinobi immediately on the double chow there. I mean, it's just something that UTC does so well where they're never leaving one of their teammates in an odd man position. They're always willing to chow together. They're always willing to bait for one another. And it's what makes them so dangerous is this UTC team is always willing to take those chances, Quinn.
Go onto the attacker side. They will go once again over towards the middle portion of the map. They will go once again, this time over towards the top side. First line of offense will be Honesty. He gets beat by Shinobi though. Now tracing another player over towards this rock side. Lil Dill has the entire cavalry to deal with. UTC absolutely pieced them apart at the seams as Full Sail quickly put into the 1v4.
And yet again, down to Gengar here. I mean, 1v4 situation, not going to check your corns, and that's just going to be a difficult sight to see. UTC, 2 rounds in a row, and for the hometown crowd here, at least in the chat, I mean, you have to be feeling good if you're a UTC fan.
No, absolutely, and again, you just expect it out of the S&D from these boys, and it just is their game mode. It's their bread, their butter, their everything in between. They love to play the fundamental S&D UT Chattanooga do. It's probably going to be the thing that really does carry them throughout this bracket, which we expect them to make some really good headway with. For Full Sail Armada on the other side of the coin, when you force them to kind of play back into those fundamentals, it's where things can get a little bit difficult. So you're trying to look for a little bit of life early on here. Once again, not necessarily out of the realm of possibility, but UTC, yeah, we know this team for good things on S&D.
It will be a full 4 chow towards this rock side, but Corona already cuts the first line of offense down and now has to back on up, wait for the reinforcements to come through, and now decides to re-aggress, finds the second kill, now into the 2v4, and now it's just UTC looking to pound.
It's a perfect collapse from it as well. You just can't do anything if you are Full Sail. You've already dealt with the players over towards the front side if you are UTC. Get the perfect timing in mid to catch Full Sail with their pants down. You just get the shots to go your way. Perfect play there from Shinobi as well, as we said, from that mid door, making the good work happen. The boys in blue.
Yeah, and I mean, shouts to Corona as well. I mean, he's the only line of defense over towards that B site. It's a full 4 Rock Chow. He's able to find the first blood, backs out with his life, and finds the perfect time to re-aggress on up. And right now, for the side of UTC, fully dominant, fully in control. And from Full Sail right now, I mean, you're just looking for somebody. You're looking for that X Factor in Cursa. You're looking for Gengar, who we've obviously seen good things out of. You talk about the supporting cast as well with Lil Dill. 0-4 right now. You have to fix the donut here if you want to have success.
Yeah, again, you just can't be having that, especially against a team like UTC, because they're just going to piece you apart at the seams. Full map control over towards A. You have Corona as the first line of defense over towards the middle portion of the map, which is the rest of the Full Sail Armada players, where they're trying to trace back gun from. Oh, Yokai just says, F it, we ball. Gets a kill out of it as well. Gengar in the 1v3 with 30 seconds left to defuse the... Yeah, no, this is not happening.
No, not in any sense of the imagination, not in any realm of possibility, I believe. But hey, we'll cast it like there is. 19 seconds left on the board. Gengar, trophies in place. Not really making a lot of headway here towards the site as well. And I mean, he's just left out to dry here. All of his teammates have fallen. He is the next one to go as well. And UTC, it's another round on the board. And again, Quinn, we talked about the caster curse. As soon as we mentioned any sort of way that Full Sail had anything going for them, UTC seemed to take it personally.
Yeah, they had us in the first round, I think, is how you would say that. UTC, again, it's just Goliath in the S&D side of things. For Full Sail Armada, this has been kind of one of their struggle points throughout the duration of the season. They're still putting up a valiant fight, all things considered. Again, you're looking at Dill to activate in terms of the kill column here, and if you're Full Sail Armada, you're just looking for a little bit more in the gunny. It's just a tall task, again, when you're up against a team like UTC.
Yeah, it's just so often early on in these rounds where UTC's not only finding the first, but the second blood as well. You're constantly getting left in these 2vx situations. And now, again, as you see it, first blood comes through for Yokai, second blood comes through, and even still 2v3 evened out, but this is still difficult. Bomb recollected, but again, quite a tough position for Full Sail.
Yeah, and Corona's just going to get the turn onto Cursa as well. It all comes down to Gengar once again. How many times have we said that in the 1v3 this time? Hey, we've seen him work a 1v2 before. Can he get it to go here, potentially? Turn the tides in what would be a magnitude level earthquake round. Instead, it's going to be UTC doing what we expect them to do. 5 rounds back to back. Now 1 more round needed to take map number 2.
And I mean, Shinobi right here, I mean, he just absolutely puts Gengar on skates. I mean, the turn and the burn. Gengar has to win that gunfight. Shinobi, what are we doing? I mean, people have families out here. I mean, this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. Shinobi, what are we doing? UT Chattanooga, 5 straight rounds, puts them on map point, and really, you could even rate this to a series point, really. I mean, this heads into another respawn where, obviously, the gunny is going to continue to be an issue for the side of Full Sail. It's just going to be a tough comeback for them here. Still a little bit of life, 1 more chance here, 5-1. It's got to be 5 straight rounds.
Send over towards the middle portion of the map. Both teams will meet each other. For the early engagement, first blood drawn by Full Sail, but immediately equal on out, as Corona will be able to find Honesty as well. So equal trades, once again, just feels like it favors UTC. Now working these back lines as well, which Full Sail is just not going to be ready for. So far spread across the map. So many angles they have to check, but a little bit of good information caught by Cursa. This guy with his pants down.
Oh no, Corona! The turn and burn onto 2, and Red Chase will finish it off. UTC. An absolutely nasty way to end off the S&D. 6-1, 250 to 111. That hard point leads us in a 2-0 series scoreline. Shinobi ends it out 8-1. And I mean, again, this was just a dominant win. On paper coming into this, we obviously felt like UTC had the edge and really grouping to us. Yeah, I mean, again, Concaster is still not fixed, Quinn. I know, you've been a little bit on a break here coming back. We still haven't got it figured out, so just letting you know, some of these may be mixed around. Shinobi obviously had more than 4 kills. I do believe Corona did go 12-2 in that, but again, they only dropped 1 round throughout it. The boys relaxed, looking like they're having a good time. 2-0 up and feeling good here, Quinn. 1 more map perhaps left on the cards. But again, if we do get past it here, double red card on the horizon. Maybe?
Hey, again, I would love to see a red card. Full Sail, tried and true, but we love the UTC boys nonetheless. It's hard for me, man. As a Full Sail student, it's hard because these are my boys too. It's just, so conflicted. I do want to point out, though, I absolutely love how UTC played that last round. They obviously don't get the information in the stretch where Cursa has a couple of shots laid in, but they play it so perfectly off of Cursa's shots, whiffs it a little bit, has the opportunity to kind of recollect themselves, and Full Sail's aggression actually coming back to bite them is exactly why UTC is so good at the S&D. They're just able to bear down. They're able to catch Full Sail, kind of overplaying their welcome. It's just so good out of the UTC boys in a series that they are set up to win, now up 2-0, heading on into the control where we think it's probably just going to go the same way. Full Sail, again, valiant fight, but how valiant can you really fight up against a squad like this?
Yeah, and then you talked about it. You love to use the, David versus Goliath strat, but right now, I mean, it's just about Full Sail gaining a little bit of confidence heading down into that losers bracket. I mean, obviously UTC tried and poised to win this out here, and again, heading back to Protocol, which is a map that they feel very, very comfortable on. This is a map that they've beaten Cumberland on in this particular game mode as well. I mean, this just looks to be the bearings of all for UTC 3-0.
Here we go. Back into Protocol. Back into the respawn, we will go. UTC, the doorstep of advancing within the bracket. Full Sail now needing the reverse sweep within this series. Let's get it going.
Here we go, starting off with Kershaw, who's going to make the early play in on UTC on the offensive side, and it's going to be early pressure here into your bottom blue. Full Sail, full sending it right up mid, but it's going to be met with Red Chase and Yokai immediately. 2 kills into the fray, Shinobi with the 3rd, and right onto the A site they will go.
Full Sail just trying to instill any presence on this map early. They're going to bring the gunny, but it's just not going to show up the way that they need it to. UT Chattanooga now over towards that A side. First stick of progress already being made. Shinobi with the British technique over towards the top zip side. It's just a bloodbath, a sea of blue in the feed. Full Sail now backed into their own spawns as well, where Yokai is making good work.
I mean, I know Shinobi very well. It's one of his favorite things to do when he knows somebody's challenging top zip. You talked about the British technique. The knife is out early and often, but so is Full Sail towards this P1 side. Able to shut down the pressure here, at least for the moment. But again, 2 more kills to come through for UTC. Open things back up towards this A side.
And I love what Corona is doing here. He's just trying to create the information overload. He knows that they have them on the gunny. Full Sail just giving up every little bit of map control on top of it as well. A site gone completely. Directed themselves over towards A to try and contend for that last tick. Is just going to give full credence over towards the B side. 3 stack is on. Full Sail has to get there. Honesty has to get into the hill here and now. Final second contention, but it's just going to swing the way of UT. They will be able to clear them off of the time, but that's 2 ticks of progress in favor of Chattanooga. Full Sail. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, and I mean, with the A side already being collected so early on, Quinn, you've still got a mid 57 on the clock. You're up almost 10 lives here. UT Chattanooga just has to keep pressing on the gas pedal, and that's exactly what they will do. Shinobi with the 2. Shinobi not going to be able to pick up the 3rd, but the trade should be in. The Little Dill will be able to survive at least for the moment, and Full Sail will shut off the pressure here. Still a minute 40, though, on the clock.
Team playing 11. UT Chattanooga looking to pick it back up in the kill department. 1 clean wipe could just about do it within this round here. Full Sail, they are staying alive for now. Still maintain this presence over towards this hill. Chattanooga now making their presence known. Teammate over the top from Honesty. That might just be the barrier broken for UT to try and press their way on in. Full Sail, all things considered, able to stand tall. Now Yokai finds his way into the hill. Lil Dill has to track his way on in here and now. Looking like it's just not going to be able to happen in favor of UT.
And the problem is we've just seen so many back and forth trade battles. Quinn and Full Sail just did not have the lives to be able to do that. Now Tim playing 3, no respawns remaining. And then even if they're not going to get it on the ticks, they'll get it on the kills. 2 left to go. Minute still this time if you want it. But I mean, it's just blue kills all around the feed. UTC, 1 man up here. Little Dill trying to run to the hill, but he's not going to make it in time. And UT finds all 6 ticks and 1-0 here inside of the control.
Again, just good looks out of UT, even when things kind of swing the way of Full Sail in terms of the map control over towards that B side. Just able to play the kill department. They're able to whittle Full Sail's lives down, stick true to that gunny that they know they have the advantage of it. Collect the round on top of it as well, UTC. First round on the board and protocol control. Now moving on to the defensive side, they will go. And as we always love to say, best defense is a good little bit of offense.
Absolutely, and especially on a map like this where you can just really make yourself almost impossible to kill when you're just running around through the spawns, just being that thorn in the side. And now for the side of UTC, you look at their defensive strategy, it is all guns a-blazing, 3 hitting up mid.
The way forward, Full Sail just trying to find a lane, but the way that UT is playing this, they're not even gonna let them out of their own spawn. It is pure bully ball. The early onset of this round, you're just running into pure irons if you're on the Full Sail side of things. You'll find a little bit of reprieve, but how long do you really have it when you have these guys bolstered up in their spawns? They've got their camping kits out. They're here to stay the night.
Absolutely, it's an overnight stay, Quinn. It might even be a weekend stay. They're looking to get a few more here inside the spawn. Red Chase up, down, around. Might be able to find one more, but you should be able to get him out here. Full Sail, you clean out your spawn. A little bit of clearance over towards this A site potentially here, Quinn. UTC all coming off respawn here towards this backside. But look at where these players are positioning themselves.
You have to start winning those gunfights, though, if you're Full Sail. You need to win it by brute force over towards this hill, and you maybe will. So hold on, wait a minute. A 2-for-1 trade, but Corona activating his way over towards the A side is going to find the first for free. Clean shots onto the players, but Curse is able to back his way up, get a little bit of reprieve here. Soon will be taken down himself, and Full Sail collectively in that blue building no longer. They'll be set right back to their respawns once again. 25 seconds left to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, 4 dead in the feed right there, as you said, all of Full Sail being sent back to the respawns, time ticking into red. Gengar might have a credence here towards it as he gets cut down by Red Chase over towards the heli side. So Full Sail Armada, 1 player left standing, 1 player to fall, and now they're all inside of blue and just ready to get funneled into the irons.
Oh, Yokai was playing that so perfectly in the backline spawns. They feed perfectly into him. He's just gonna collect them all. Corona with the pistol out. It doesn't even matter. 2 seconds, 1 second, no second. Last little bit of reprieve is snuffed away. UTC 2 rounds on the board. Perfect on the defensive side. Back onto the attacker side they will go. Looking to close the door on Full Sail Armada early here in the playoffs.
Talked about Shinobi using the British technique with the knife in the first round. It ends with Corona using the Medea method with the pistol in the second. I mean, it's all UTC here. It has been all UTC. Obviously, you're up 2-0 in the series. You're up 2-0 in the control. I don't know if there's enough divine intervention for Full Sail if they want to be able to walk away with this one, man.
Yeah, it's just tough scenes here for Full Sail Armada. Again, I love the boys out in Orlando, Florida, but UTC just proving to be the toughest opportunity that they could have had to start their playoffs off. Back onto the attacker side, they will go. Again, the best defense is some good offense as Full Sail tries to instill their will early over towards the middle portion of the map to no repeal whatsoever. 3-for-1 trade to kick us off, and players over towards A, players over towards B. They're everywhere for UTC.
Couple kills though for Full Sail, sliding on in, but Honesty not going to be able to deal with the full pressure, and now that's the information overload, as you mentioned. A couple of trades going either way, and a team kill as well from Full Sail, not going to help your cause. First tick of progress secured at B. Now a couple of kills starting to come through, but Full Sail, they just can't seem to string together the 4 deads that they need.
Oh, Yokai! Oh, we can't be streaming that. We just can't be streaming that. 2 ticks over towards B. First tick over towards A. I mean, you said it, the Shiesty's making him feel a little different. I didn't know you were feeling like that, though, Yokai. Oh, he's still not done. Another kill on the board. 4 streak is collected. Looking to line up the rest of them, but Full Sail able to break on in the nick of time over towards B. That might be to the detriment of their own plays, though, over towards the A side. UTC recollecting themselves once again.
Odyssey will go down again. Now Gengar has to handle a lot of pressure here towards this top blue side, but with the sub, not really going to be able to do much. Tries to pin a couple players here off the respawns, able to take 1, but it's another tick of progress at the A site. The 3rd tick of progress being secured right now as well. That additional minute on the clock. 8 life advantage, Quinn. I mean, Full Sail Armada, you're hanging on by a thread.
Here we go. Playoff hopes on the line here for Full Sail Armada. UTC looking to punch their ticket forward and start what would be a fantastic run. 4 dead in the feed, and UTC looking like they are clearly going to run away with their first series in winners round 1.
UTC, the absolute dominant performance inside of their first series. You can see the boys standing up, having a good time. It wasn't close, Quinn. It never was really in question. We tried to give Full Sail a couple of lifelines. We tried to give Full Sail a little bit of credit, and every time we did, UTC seemingly made us eat our words. Yokai obviously going disgustingly inside of that map, 24 and 12. Corona on it all series along with Red Chase. Shinobi obviously in the S&D making a mainstay. I mean, it was every single player at every single turn seemingly doing their job.
It's a clear mismatch in terms of the gunny as well. Everybody on the side of UTC going positive. Everybody on the side of Full Sail Armada, unfortunately, going negative. Again, UTC, they're looking to kick it off. They're looking to go very, very deep within this bracket. This is just the beginning for these boys. Next team that they will be playing on up in this bracket will either be USF COD or the UNCW Seahawks, 9 playing number 24 seed. So you can kind of expect where that's going to go. Should be USF up next. So another Florida team potentially for them to deal the deck to early within the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, geez, what did Florida ever do to Tennessee, man? I mean, I feel like UTC just got something out for the Florida teams right now, but the hometown boys inside of the UTC stream here, obviously getting it done in a 3-0 fashion, 250 to 111, 6-1, and 3-0 inside of the protocol control to end off a 3-0 series. Sweep it again, move themselves on in this winner's bracket, and with the way that they're playing, at least here today, and the way that they've played throughout this season, it's like you mentioned, Quinn, we're looking to see this team go very deep inside of this regional playoff.
And again, not just within the regional playoffs. I mean, these guys are playing with local lands. They're really doing great work within the Call of Duty scene, within the Pro-Am scene, within the Challenger side of things. It's really great what we are seeing from UTC as a collective four. And it just, again, is going to go to show within this bracket. This is a team where we expect them to go very deep into the Southeast Regional Playoffs for CCL. They really, as you said earlier, haven't left the top 25 all season. They have been laying it out across the board. It's just the start of something great.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, at least for Quinn and I here, it'll be the end of us here for the UTC stream. Obviously, catch us later on the official CCL broadcast later tonight. And obviously, the UTC boys going to go out through their playoff campaign tonight with Superior, taking you along through the ride. We appreciate you tuning in. And again, UTC 3-0 victory over the Full Sail Armada. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the UTC Esports broadcast. We're here with the second match of UTC versus USF Call of Duty. Map set for tonight. For the second match, it's going to be Hacienda Hardpoint, Map 1, Hacienda Search, Map 2, Hacienda Control, Map 3, and then Protocol, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy to wrap it up. UTC just got done with their first match against Full Sail on a 3-0. I think the first Hardpoint was 250-111. S&D was 6-1. Control was a 3-0. Let's check in on the guys. See how they're getting along right now after this wait after the first map. Oh, I'm probably with one of the cameras. Shinobi doesn't want to be shown. Other than that, should be a great map here against USF. USF just 3-0 their team that they just played in Winners Round 1. I think it was UNCW. Get a confirmation on that. It was, in fact, UNCW 3-0 over them. But Hacienda Hardpoint Map 1 here for UTC versus USF. UTC usually has a good record in Hacienda Hardpoint. I think they, in the regular season, ended off 6-2, if I remember correctly. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Map 1, Hacienda. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We will hop on board here with Shinobi as they start on boathouse side of Hacienda. Gets opening blood. Actually, Corona with opening blood. 3 dead for USF. 1 player up. Rebel finds 2. Corona soaking his first hardpoint time. Gets shot off by Proof. 2 dead for UTC. USF now having control of this P1. Reggie though on a flank, finds 1. Gets turned on by Penny Slays on the second, but 3 dead, 4 dead for USF here. Yokai finding 2. Rebel, Oswan, Yokai reading it. Corona on point, finding 1. Another one boathouse. Oh, they got Yokai takes care of the guy top rock. That's another 4 dead for USF. UTC, yes, 25 seconds off that P1. Rotated for this P2. 3 players for USF. Hitting it through bottom panic and double stairs. Shinobi gets information. Yokai finding 1 outside rock, pushed out. USF still trying to get up double stairs and panic. 1 down by Corona for Rebel. Penny Slays doesn't see Corona. Corona finds a second. 2 players for USF up front. Kiko and Proof. They find 2. Chase finds 1. He gets taken down. 2 players up the front. They find 1 on Shinobi. That's 3 death for UTC. USF now has front control of this P2 time. Proof finds 2. Corona taking down Penny Slays. Proof finds a 3rd. Proof on a 6 streak here. Finds a 7th. Finally getting taken down by Red Chase. USF down 12 with control of the P3 time. Shinobi finding 1 at this new hard point. Yokai though on a pinch here. Gonna find 1. Gonna get pinched from 10. That's 2 dead for UTC and UCF. UTC 1v1 on the point. Red Chase wins it. Proof finds 1 on Red Chase. Gets taken down by Shinobi. Yokai finding 1 top flat. Finding another one outside flat. 1 on the point. 2v1 here on the point. 3v1, sorry. Corona finding Rebel on this P2. All 4 dead for USF. Looks like they're going to try and split the map and try and get mid-map control. Actually, 2 of them are going to hit out old. Proof finds 1. Penny finds a second. But Corona, Red Chase finding 3, keeping that control. 1 player left for USF in this new hardpoint time. Rebel finding 1 on Yokai, getting traded down by Shinobi. Corona finding 1, Yokai finding another. Penny on the point, playing his life, contesting his hardpoint time. Yokai getting the trade. Red Chase helping out, getting another one. Yokai finding a second, and that's 4 dead for USF. Shinobi pushing out the spawns, finds 1, flips him out Lambo. UTC now reading this. Proof using his streak. Yokai finds 1. Corona getting his trade. 2v2 here on this point. Proof finds 1 under Corona. Gets traded by Shinobi. Rebel finding another. 2v2 here on this old point. Penny finding 1 in Yokai. Red Chase finding 1 on Penny. Red Chase here contesting this hardpoint time. Up 49 points. Shinobi finds 1. Kiko finds 1 on Chase. Corona finds 1 on Rebel. He wins the battle on the P2. The USF now having control of his second set of rotations on this P1 time. Shinobi getting taken down by Penny. Red Chase finding 2 on this hardpoint time. He find a 3rd with the pistol. He cannot. Rebel finding 2 for USF. USF now having control of the map. 1 player push out Rock, 2 on the time, and 1 push out Top Secret. Corona finding 1, trying to get an opening. USF though finding 2 right back. 2 here on the point. 3 dead for USF. Last player up Rock. Proof gonna get spotted by Corona. Out Lambo. Rebel finding a pick on Yokai on the time. Getting traded by Shinobi. Proof. I think Penny hitting out double stairs. Flipping spawns. 2 players here though for UTC in the new P2. Spots 1 outside door. USF has control of the back. Red Chase finds 1 in the back. Shinobi finds the other side door. 2v2 on the point. Shinobi finds the second on side door. Red Chase trying to get the control of the back. USF still spawning there. 2 dead for USF. 3 dead for UTC. Last player up, Shinobi. 1v2 on this point. Spots on side door. Gets shot by side door in the back of time. Got about 29 seconds there for UTC. Corona slides in, gets nothing. 2v3 here. USF with good control here. This last 20 seconds. Gonna make it about a 20-point game after this. Going into the P3. UTC already starting to rotate. Corona didn't spot the guy Top Secret. Rebel killed 1 out top plat. Gets a second on Corona. Huge rotation kills there out of USF. Yokai spawns in the back, I think. Finds 1. He's got to find the second on Rebel. Rebel cleans him up. USF has full control here. This P3, chaining the P3 and the P2 into the P3. Up on board here with Red Chase. Bring out top halls. Finds 1 under Proof. UTC banging out top flat. Finding 2 for on USF. Finding a 3rd. Last one up. Kiko getting 2. Keeping USF alive. 4 players for USF on this point. Red Chase finding 1. Finding 2. 3 dead for USF. Red Chase and Shinobi. And then Yokai coming in to clean it up. 4 dead for USF. UTC claiming this last 19 seconds. And then Corona here on this rotation to P4. He's going to find 1. He's going to get traded down by Kiko. 2 players for USF at new. Only player for UTC is Yokai hitting out mid. But I think he's going to cut out spawners. Get in the corner. Find 1. He finds 1 mid. Can he find a second? He does find a second. 4v2 here on the point for UTC. All they have to do is bang this out. Get trades. That's 3 dead. That's 4 dead. Last player up. This Proof off Lambo. He gets traded down by Corona. All players for USF spawning deep double stairs. Corona pushing out the Lambo, spawning them even deeper. USF forced to have to take deep routes to even get to this time. UTC's claiming as much time as they can get here. Going up about 70 points into this P4 with 30 seconds remaining. Make it 80 now. Yokai on a 6th streak. Spots 2 mid. He's going to get taken out by Kiko. Kiko finding 2. 4 dead for UTC. Shinobi the front man. Him and Corona. Trying to get this last 9. Penny makes it play out bottom line. Kiko up top halls. Seeing map choke. Finds one under red chase. He does. Getting a second on Yokai. Corona though comes in and cleans it up. Pushing at double stairs. Gets taken down by Rebel. Rebel and Penny Slice going out top halls. Proof finding one into Shinobi. Yokai on time. Gets taken down by top rock. 2 players down for UTC. Red Chase finding 1. 3 players dead for UTC. USF getting good time here off this P1 with control of P2. Now Kiko rotating to get Lambo control. It looks like 3 players though for UTC. Only 1 is going to rotate here for New. He's going to get taken down by Kiko. 3 players for UTC are going to hit this old. Find the time. Chase though is going to get taken down by Proof. USF in a good position here to try and get the lead back. Only 1 player here for UTC to bang at the front. 2 players here for USF on the point. 1 in the back and 1 double stairs. Corona slides in, finds 1. He gets taken down by Kiko. Kiko finding 2. Proof finding the 3rd. But in the back, Yokai takes a route and flips the spawns. Yokai finding 1 in the back here. Red Chase and Shinobi banging out the backside, and Yokai and Corona banging out the side door. That's 2 dead for USF. 2 dead for UTC. 3 dead for USF. Last player up is gonna hit up front. He finds the kill on Corona. Red Chase finds the last one. UTC claiming this last 20 seconds here. This will make it about a 10-point game. That's all they'll need. USF though, 1 player spawning out. Corona and Shinobi pushing out, but Corona gets taken down by a Rebel side flat. Rebel finding 2. Red Chase getting the trade. Can he find the second? The player on the time. He can't. 2 players for USF on the time. Red Chase by himself is going to get killed from side flat. Gets traded by Shinobi. Shinobi getting killed by Kiko. Who then gets traded by Yokai. Yokai finding 2. Finding 3! Yokai with a big 3-piece. 2 seconds remaining. And that'll be it for the Hacienda Hardpoint. UTC winning 250-189. USF had the chance after that second or third P1 actually, chaining to the P2, but Corona sliding in, getting open blood, and then Yokai flipping the spawns to give UTC the last remaining P2 time to kind of jump them to a commanding lead. Switch on over to the guys, see how they're feeling after that map 1 win. Still no Shinobi, camera's not working, apologies for that. Yokai in the ski mask, whatever you want to call it. Corona just kind of head glitching the camera, and Chase just vibing out. See what map 2 is. I think it was a triple dose of Hacienda into a double protocol. It sure is. With the first map being 250-189 in the favor of UT Chattanooga. UT Chattanooga did just play Hacienda Search and Destroy against Full Sail in a 6-1 win. We're going to take about like maybe a 5-minute breaks, folks, to get ready into this map 2, Hacienda Search and Destroy. We'll be back in a minute. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Map 2 Hacienda Search and Destroy. Need to fix the mini-map cover. Got asked to have to do that after the first series. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the Map 2 Search and Destroy, UTC, South Florida. Jumping on board with Shinobi. Throwing a red tape, finding 2. Shinobi getting taken out by Proof, and Yokai by Rebel. 2v2 here for UTC. Corona, Red Chase banging out together. USF split up, but number 6, he might get good timing. Rebel. Did he spot him? I don't think he did. Maybe hears them in bottom line. Sees the door being creaked open. He's gonna find one. Doesn't shoot. Sees both of them. Finds one. Gets traded down by Corona. Was it a mistake not to shoot the first one or not? We'll never know. Corona 1v1 here against Proof. Proof on A-bomb. Corona sitting in their back spawn. Corona playing the time very well. Proof, he's nothing in A. Is he gonna wrap over to B? He is. Corona has a free plant here. He's getting bombed down. He's gonna have about 5 to 7 seconds off the clock for Proof just running. But he's gonna spot him. He does. He reads it perfectly. Proof winning the 1v1 over Corona. South Florida getting the first round win in this Hacienda Search and Destroy. Proof and Corona both playing that round very patiently in that 1v1. Proof just had the ability to be even more patient, I guess, getting the gunfight win over Corona. After Proof winning that 1v1, we'll stay on board with him on this offense for South Florida. Looks like it's going to be a 2-2 split. 2 players going out A, 2 going out mid. UT Chattanooga has 2 players on A. 1 being spotted. Is he going to get chased down? Chase finding 2 though. Finding it. Oh, maybe a third. Oh, he puts both of them one shot. 2v2 here for UTC. Corona finding another. 2v2. Or 2v1, sorry, for UTC. Corona and Shinobi versus Proof. Can Proof clutch up again for South Florida? Proof just playing his spawn very patiently, checking double stairs, see if anybody's gonna wrap. UTC though, they're kind of separated here. He's gonna find one. He does on Shinobi. UTC probably should have played together there. I don't know. 1v1 here again for Proof and Corona. Can Corona get his get back against Proof? Corona know that bomb is down over at A. I think he does. He's playing like he does at least. Proof checking all his corners. Sees nothing. Jumps down. Didn't grab bomb. Now has bomb. Did he spot him? He did. He spotted him back fences. Corona. He gets bombed down and away with his life, and he kills Corona. Another clutch by Proof in a 1v2. Proof doing it all here for South Florida, winning the 1v1 and the 1v2, getting bombed down, getting away with his life, and then challenging Corona and winning the gunfight. Couldn't have been more perfect of a way to win a 1v2. On the other side of UTC, you got to be closer in that scenario. Shinobi caught on his own in the bottom panic room. Corona knowing bombs down, I think he was wanting to be together, watch the bomb, but it's here near there. Corona, stay on board with him. Hitting out B site, outside Lambo. 2 players up for UTC, hitting out mid. And they got spotted, Red Chase got spotted. 3 dead for UTC, 1v4 for Shinobi. spot the guy laying outside office. 3-round wins for South Florida, going up 3-0 in this search and destroy. UTC, 2 players hit out mid, gets spotted right away. Red Chase falls, and then Yokai right behind, and then Corona chows out Rock, gets killed, leaving Shinobi in a 1v4. Good round win there out of South Florida. Let's hop on over with Proof. Still on a 5 streak. Didn't get a kill that round, but didn't die either. Looks like he's 1 or 2 kills just off the cruise missile. Looking like a 2-2 split. Proof getting on, taking a water route. I don't think anybody on UTC is going to read this. He's going all the way through the boathouse. He gets through without being spotted. Number 4 here for UTC. Yokai. Just not fast enough to make the pinch on the guy Lambo. But he might get great timing on 2 of them. Finds 1. Doesn't find the second, but gets away with his life. Very patient round here out of both teams. Proof, though, all the way in the spawn of UTC's. Number 8, Penny, is about to get the bomb down on B. South Florida has all sides of the B site. Let's see what UTC can do here. Yokai not going to check this corner. Gets killed out Lambo. Shinobi going to get killed on the spawn. 2v3 instantly now for UTC. And I say that Red Chase goes down and makes it a 1v3 South Florida round win. Up 4-0 in this Hacienda search and destroy. Wow. USF either did their homework or this is a really good map for them in search and destroy, because they are counting UTC very well here in the search and destroy and playing a very good map. Proof takes a great water route there, plays very patient in the spawn, gets bombed down, and just waits for one of those UTC players to overstep in the spawn and shoot them in the back, and that's exactly what he did. Stop on board here with Shinobi. 0-4, not a great start out of him. See what he can do in this round 5 of the search and destroy. Spots 1 top patio, finds 1 on Kiko. First blood for Shinobi. Off the donut. Proof here finds another route to get through, but he's not going to read Yokai in the corner. Yokai finished the kill off on Proof. Very close though. Proof almost turned and burned. Red Chase and Corona getting a kill on B. B-bomb, and that's 4 dead for USF. Clean round win out of UT Chattanooga, getting their first round down 1-4 in the Hacienda search and destroy. Yokai playing a good patient round to counter Proof. Sitting in the corner behind the door, killing Proof, and then finding that last one on South Florida. I think UTC just needs to adjust on Proof finding all the routes on the map on them, is what it looks like. Proof is finding every open gap and hitting it. Down board here with Red Chase on this defense for UT Chattanooga. 3 players for USF slide out. They get 1. Shelby finds a second. 2v3 here for USF. Proof gets a kill on Corona. 2v2. Shinobi and Yokai. Yokai bottom panic here below the kit. The players on South Florida. Honestly in a very good corner here. Other end Shinobi might get great timing on them. If they go hit up well behind them, they'll find both of them. They have very good trigger discipline. Oh my goodness. Just make you want to throw up here, but UTC plays that perfectly with their trigger discipline. Shooting both of them at the back at the same time, winning the round in a 2v2. Yokai and Shinobi. Very good teamwork out of them. Now UTC down 2-4. Can they flip the momentum on them? We'll find out. hop on board here with Rebel for USF on this defense. Round 7 of Search and Destroy. Looks like it's going to be a 3-1 split here. 1 player on B, 3 players out mid. Spot 1 top balls. Yokai and Red Chase getting out wide. They spot 1, get the kill on them. It's proof. They're going to get a second. They do get a second. 2v4 here for UTC. That's 3 dead for USF. 1v4 here for Rebel. Shinobi and Yokai both on a 4 streak. Shinobi has his RCXD. Gets killed by Rebel. 1v3. Bomb down on A. Rebel taking his time. UTC not too close together, but they're not too far apart. Sit in their corners. Wait for something to happen, and then it does. Rebel gets taken down. 3-4. UT Chattanooga down. Winning 3 rounds in a row, though. Yokai finding the kill on Rebel. I think that makes it a 4 streak for Yokai now. It does. It is a 4 streak for Yokai. Or 5 streak, sorry. Has the RCXD. I think he's 2 kills off the cruise missile, maybe 3. But it looks like it's going to be a 1-1-2 split here for UTC. 1 player B, 1 mid, and then 2A. USF, they're still in UTC's playbook. Play right out of the playbook. 2 players out bottom line already. Yokai spots 1 of them bottom line. Forcing Shinobi to back up. Play the deep spawn. USF has a lot of mid control right here. 2 bottom line. 2 of their top halls. They're kind of stuck here. They don't look like they know what they want to do. Oh, it's actually Red Chase. Sorry. Forcing or watching the back bottom line doors. Corona not reading the side doors. He gets killed. Red Chase gets killed by Proof. 2v4 here for USF. I think Shinobi may have heard him jump in the water. He may not have though. USF getting bombed down here. Shinobi's gonna get shot in the back here. By Proof. Shinobi. Thought he was going to get the ninja defuse, but gets spotted out by Proof. 5-3, South Florida. And it's map 2, Search and Destroy. Proof. Able to find the opening blood. Chase then getting taken down. Making a 2v4 and Proof just getting away with his life and taking a good route. With the last kill on Shinobi. With Proof doing all that, let's hop on board with Proof here. Round 9 of the Search and Destroy on the defense. Two 1-1 split here for USF. 2B, 1 mid, kind of 1A, but UTC looks like it's an all A. But Kiko finding 1 on Shinobi. Penny finding another on Yokai. 2v4. And that's a clean 4 dead on UTC. 6-3 win for South Florida in the Search and Destroy. Wow, South Florida having a great map bounce back after that hard point. Winning 6-3 in the Search and Destroy. UTC looks great against Full Sail in this map. Not too great against USF. Proof though going 10-3. Rebel 8-5. Other end, only 1 player going even for UTC, all others going negative. Disappointing round loss there for UTC. But we go into map 3, and it is a Hacienda Control. I think so far in the year, in the regular season, UTC has only lost 1 control map, and it was to Mars Hill on Hacienda Control 3-2. So let's see what UTC can do here in this map 3. But while we wait, we're going to take a short little intermission break and get ready to go into this map 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Map 3 Hacienda Control. On the series, though, it is 1-1 UTC winning first round. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, map 3, Hacienda control. Starting off here with Proof, getting taken by Shinobi. Shinobi finding a second. Yokai finding a third. Finds a fourth. That'll be a clean wipe there for UTC. All players of USF off spawn. Yokai going down. Shinobi finding another. Can he find another? He's on the 4. Almost a 5th. Oh, gets taken down Penny. Penny finding 2. Red Chase getting his trade. Yokai not reading that one slip through. 3 players now for USF going to be getting through a rock. Shinobi finding another one. Already 5-1 for Shinobi. Going to get taken down by Kiko in office. Forcing UTC to turn around, but Corona and Red Chase finds both of them. Yokai finding a third. Last player for USF on the point. Penny versus Red Chase. Getting taken down by Red Chase. Red Chase 3-0 right now. Yokai in the spawn, taking a deep route. Getting behind all of USF. No trigger discipline though out of Yokai. But he didn't turn around. USF player didn't turn around. Does he not know? He does know. Spots Yokai. Doesn't get the kill though. Yokai killing Penny. Don't know how that happened. But it did in the favor of UTC. Shinobi now 1v1 on the point. Finds Proof. 1 tick for USF. Only 15 seconds remaining. Yokai out well. Corona out rock. Finding 1. Can he find a second? Cannot. But he's going to get his trade by Red Chase. But 2 players on the point for USF. Shinobi goes down. Closest player, Yokai. Can he find 1? He finds 1. 1v1 here for Yokai. Shoots his teammate. Just a little left tap. Red Chase finding another. The UCF now on the A point. Stopping the clock. That's 1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead for USF. Last player up is Kiko. He finds 1. There's not enough time to get on the point. And that's a round win for UT Chattanooga. USF, though, I think only got 2 ticks on the B point. But UTC, the great round win, forcing USF deep in their spawn, having a great map control. USF though, did find some gaps in the map to try and regain that control. The UTC was just too much pressure on the map. We go round 2 of this control. UTC up 1-0. Let's see what they can do on their offense. Let's hop on board here with Red Chase. He's on a 3 streak, 7-1. Yokai 6-2 on a 4, and Shinobi 8-5. Red Chase about to drop early. He can get away with his life. Gets away. I think he spots 1 top secret. Doesn't get away. Gets taken down by top secret. Corona gets 1 of their top walls. I mean Yokai. He's got Yokai's back though. Gets the kid behind Yokai. Yokai though falls to Rebel. Corona behind another. Starting to use that defense on offense strategy, but gets taken down by Kiko. Shinobi roaming top hall. Finds 1. Finds 2. Not gonna get the 3rd. Penny with 2 after Shinobi's 2. Kiko finding another. Now Penny push up in their double stairs, but he gets taken down by a patient Yokai waiting for the guy to push up and waiting for his teammates. Shinobi, Corona, and Red Chase all hitting out Lambo. Shinobi spots 1, puts him weak. The other 2 for you to see right behind. They get him down. Yokai falling to Kiko. Kiko finding Shinobi. Proof though. Sitting top office, waiting for the UTC players to push through. Spots 1 on Red Chase, spot the other on Corona. Corona playing his life very well. Finds Proof, gets taken down by Rebel though. 1 tick for UTC on A. Nothing on B. They just start getting on B. Yokai turns and burns on Kiko. 2 players dead for USF. Yokai with great timing finds one. Last player up is Proof. 1v1 here on the point. Now 1v3 actually. 1 tick on B, 1 tick on A. UTC hops on A. I don't think there's going to be enough time though for them to continue this game. That's 3 dead for USF. As I say that, Corona not able to play his life, and there's nobody on the point. And that's the round for USF. I think it's 2-2 though in ticks though, so pretty even trade-off. Yokai finding big kills in this top secret just wasn't enough though to get UTC control of this B point. Your control round out of South Florida, holding UTC to 2 ticks as well. Top on board with Rebel. So he's on a 2 streak, going 10 and 12 in the map. Looks like a 3-1 split for UTC. 1 going towards Rock, the other 3 going to B. No map control mid for UTC. Yokai's finding 1, Corona finding the other, Corona finding 2. 1 player up. Maybe Penny. He's chasing a ghost on the map. Can't find where UTC went, but finds Corona and Lambo. Gets taken down by Shinobi. Yokai finding another. 2 dead for USF. Shinobi push out outside of Lambo. Red Chase finding 1 on Kiko, top halls. Shinobi finding the 1 on Proof outside Lambo. UTC doing a great job right now, holding USF in the spawns. Shinobi getting great timing here behind them well. Gets red here. Finds the kill anyway on Proof. 3 players up for USF on the B point. Yokai stunning himself. That's not what you want, but UTC not able to get to the point. That's 1 tick already for USF. Yokai finding 2. Finds 3. Last player up. Proof gets the trade on Yokai. 3 players out for USF. Out Rock. 2 going top halls. 1 going bottom wine. Yokai finds 1. Finds the second, but he's going to get shot in the back here. Gets traded by Red Chase. 1 player on the point. On B point. Gonna get taken down by Shinobi. Proof gonna get the trade. Gonna jump out 10. Gonna get traded down by Corona. 1 player on the A point. It's gonna be Penny. He's going between Wine and the A point. Red Chase finding 2. Penny stopping the clock. Once again, Yokai getting the kill on Penny, and that's gonna be 1 tick for USF. 3-2 on ticks. All UTC has to do is get 2 ticks, and they have defense on Hacienda control, or get all the ticks, or deplete all their lives and win the map. Red Chase here going big at the Rock Heady. You see with a great defense again, doing a better time than the first round, holding them to 1 tick. Yokai had a huge 3-piece on the B point. Here we go. Let's hop on board here with Penny. 8 and 14. Needing to do something here for USF to give them life back in this map. Only 1 player for USF positive. It's Kiko at 14 and 13. Rebel finding an open blood, getting traded by Red Chase. Kiko finds 1 top secret. Gets the kill. Penny 1 on Red Chase. Shinobi trading Red Chase. 1v1 here on the point. Kiko can't get the kill. 2v1 on the point. Kiko finding Shinobi. Red Chase and Corona getting out Rock. Getting A control here. Red Chase holding his bottom line. Finds 1. Corona finds the other. 2v1 on the point. Red Chase repositioning on this A point. Trying to get a tick. Corona and Red Chase stacking this A point. Trying to get 1 tick. Can they get a second? Red Chase playing his life very well. Very close to a tick. Gets bled out by 1. Can't get the second. Yokai gets a second. Yokai getting his second tick on the point. UTC already has defense for map 5 or round 5 if it goes there. 2 more players dead for USF. 2 players off spawn. Shinobi on a 2 streak here. Can he spot these guys from that boathouse? Finds one, gets traded down by Proof. And that's the 8 point for UTC. 2 players dead for UTC, 2 players dead for USF. Make that 3 for UTC. Or 4. All 4 off spawn here. Bottom panic. USF has a line on the map. Red Chase finding one on Kiko. Yokai, I think he hears one below him. Corona finding a second. Live count 18-14 in favor of UTC. 17-13 now. Red Chase drops a penny. Kiko finding one on Corona. 13-15 on live count. Trying to contest the B point. Gets 1 tick. Yokai doing as much as he can by himself. 14-13 on live count. Penny tries to take the outer map route. He gets taken down by Shinobi. Shinobi being sincere. Yokai finding one. Corona finding another. And Red Chase finding another. 3 dead for USF. This is the time for UTC. 13-9 on live count. Only needing 2 ticks on this B point. Okay, cooking in the guys. The nade on the guy in the back. Pushing at 10. Only needing 1 more tick. 6-12 on live count. 5-11. And that's the map, folks. UTC winning 3-1 in the Hacienda control. UTC had very dominant defenses, making USF struggle to get out of their own spawn. In UTC in that round 4. It's a great offense. Red Chase and Corona starting it out on the 8 point. Playing their lives very well. Yokai and Shinobi coming in to help out and clean it out. And Yokai doing as much as he can on that B point to stall for his teammates to come and help him cap the B point. And that's what they do. That's a 2-1 lead in the series. UTC over USF. We're going to take another quick break before we go into a new map of the series, Protocol Hardpoint. Glad to see something other than the Hacienda. But we'll take a quick break here and be back in a minute. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with map 4, Protocol Hardpoint. I know it's a different map, surprisingly, of the series. After seeing a triple dose of Hacienda, But if it goes 5, it will be a double dose of protocol to end it off. Sorry. But UTC bouncing back after their 6-3 loss in the Hacienda Search and Destroy with a 3-1 win in the Hacienda Control, taking a 2-1 lead in the series. We're gonna hop on board here with Corona in the Map 4 Protocol Hardpoint. Corona finds one mid-gun. Shinobi helping Red Chase on the point. That's 3 dead for USF. Last player up is Kiko. Trying to spot one. Spots one top grandma on Shinobi. Gets the kill. Penny out mid. Yokai finding 2. But he's chasing one P2 but doesn't know where he went. Shinobi playing his life top grandma. Trying to help look over, but can't get the kill. Gets the kill on Rebel, rips him off the P1 heady. GC 27-1 lead so far after this P1. USF now claiming this last about 10 seconds. Pushing up on the map. Forcing now UTC to spawn out, and I think Proof wanted to read the spawns but didn't commit to it. Shinobi and Corona finding 2. 2 players for USF on the point. Now UTC having map control. Corona pushing out radio. Gets a kill. Pushing down out of the stairs. And don't know why he didn't hold the hard point there. He plays the game and not me, so trust his judgment. USF now has control of the time. Kiko playing his life very well. Yokai finding the kill on Kiko. 2 dead for USF. Corona finding another. Proof. Last up. Gets taken down. Yokai not spot anybody coming over the top on the time. Last 10 seconds here. UTC trying to regain all of it. Yokai challenging out. Reads one going to get the last time. Finds him. Spots one about a P4. Finds the other. Yokai ripping USF on a 4 streak. All players of USF spawning out grandmas. Hitting out mid. Kiko trying to take a zip route. Is he going to be red? Red Chase, he is. Red Chase going to find the other? He's not committing to it. Who is it? Rebel. Rebel gets killed by Yokai from behind. USF now spawning in the back. One player for USF in lockers gets taken down by Red Chase. Red Chase is help from Corona on the kill on Kiko. Red Chase not getting calmed without being in the corner, but gets taken down by Penny. Penny finding 2. UTC. Corona already in new. Corona almost toying with this food a little bit too much there as Yokai and Corona find 3. Penny soaking that last bit of hardpoint time. Corona spots one. Spiral. Gets foot weak. Proof and Penny combined for 3 on the new hardpoint time. Yokai pushed out mid. Trying to get this guy out top blue. It was Rebel. Finds him out. Now UTC trying to shell out. Front here. Red Chase finding 1. And he find a second. And stall for his teammates. Good time here though for USF. This is now Penny and Kiko on the hardpoint time. Penny finding 1. Kiko getting taken down. Penny getting taken down by Corona. Proof last up. Finding 2, but Red Chase comes in and cleans it up. Finds 1 on Rebel. Big 2-piece there to get the last 10 seconds for UTC. Yokai, I don't think he spotted him. Top P2 on him. Gets shot in the back. Proof and Penny out top mid. Finding 2 kills. Shinobi finding Penny. Finding Proof as well. The big 2-piece there. Kiko finding the trade on Shinobi. Corona finding 1 out of P1. Finding 2. Red Chase Corona combining for 3. Last player up for USF is Proof as he gets taken down by Red Chase. All players for USF are spawning out blue. Shinobi finding 2 off spawn. Gets taken down by Proof. Now next we have Yokai taking a route top dip. UTC has a good constant flow of flanking on the map. Never giving up the pressure. Corona getting taken down on the hard point. Shinobi getting the trade though, soaking up that last bit of time. Yokai getting taken down by Proof. Proof finding another on Red Chase. Does he see the guy on the hard point time? He doesn't, but Penny does. Gets the kill on Shinobi. It'll be 4 dead for UTC. USF with control of this P2, with it down by about 60 points. Yokai finding one on Proof. Red Chase finding one on Rebel. UTC now has control. One player. Players are split though on the spawns. Red Chase finds one. Yokai finds another. Red Chase gets taken down by Rebel. Yokai has his trade. No, USF still spawning in the back of this P2. Yokai gets taken down. Penny and Proof combining for 2, but Red Chase and Corona combining with another 2. Corona finding another. Getting his top blue. Good power resistance. Spots one outer stairs. Gets taken down by Proof. Yokai finding 2, but gets taken down. UTC with about a 60-point lead going to this P3 hardpoint. Red Chase spots one going outer sidewalk. Or maybe he didn't. Doesn't look like anybody for UTC's turning. Just kidding. Corona does. Gets taken down by the Kid Spiral by Penny. Proof banging out the front door. Penny finding one in lockers. Gets traded by Shinobi. Shinobi last up, finding 2. Kiko getting the trade. That'll be 4 dead for UTC. Big time here for USF. Getting this 30 seconds will put them down by about 40 points going into P4. Yokai and Red Chase combining for 2. Red Chase gets taken down by Proof. Penny finding Corona. And last player is Penny on the P4 or P3. All players now for UTC going down to P4. Rotating. Big 10 seconds though for USF. Red Chase finding 1. Finding 2. That's 3 dead. With Red Chase and Shinobi. Last player up this Penny on the old time. UTC does not win off this hill, but it does put them very close. USF triple hitting out Spiral. Proof out front. Shinobi, Red Chase combined for 2. Penny and Kiko combined for another 2. And Corona and Yokai pick up the last. Corona now. Push up Spiral, finding one. He finds the second, gets a stun off. Gets a second. Can't get the third, gets weak from the nade. Kiko finds one front. Yokai finding one. Can't find the second. Shinobi though with his trade. Getting taken down by Penny. 8 seconds left, 223 to 145. Going into a third rotation. Red Chase with the new control. Gets help from Shinobi and Yokai. Red Chase makes a great play on this P1 to wrap around the gun. Get the kill on Kiko on the time. 20 seconds needed for UTC to get the round win. Shinobi finding 2 out mid-gun. Red Chase falling to Proof on the time. Shinobi though drops to Kiko. Corona finding 2. He found a third. Gets shot in the back. Can't turn and burn on him. Proof finding 1 on P1. USF flips out UTC. 17 seconds left to go on this P1 and control of new. UTC needs to act fast. Corona finding 3. Red Chase with the 4th. Corona 29 and 19 in the map. Needing 9 seconds now. Yokai finding 1. Gonna get flanked by another. Rebel finds 1. Get traded by Shinobi. Red Chase on the time. That's 2 dead for USF. And that's the map win for UT Chattanooga. And the series win for UT Chattanooga, winning 3-1. Advancing to winners round 3 in the regional playoffs of the Southeast. Red Chase 30 and 20. I think all the guys of UT Chattanooga actually all went positive. They did. Corona going 30. It was actually Corona 30 and 20. Red Chase 28 and 16. Shelby 24-19. Yokai with 30, going 30 and 21. Good map there out of the guys from UTC. And that'll do it, folks, with the streams for tonight. UTC took a win over Full Sail 3-0 and the win over South Florida 3-1. We'll be back tomorrow around 1 o'clock, probably facing off against Kennesaw State in the winners round 3 of the regional playoffs of the Southeast. And we'll see you then.